Man, we've come so far with AI technology. I've been doing this series where I've been showing you guys how to use AI for Pinterest and blogging specifically, although you can use it for so many more things, definitely for YouTube thumbnails. But today I'm showing you how to set up your branding prompt for automation purposes. So this is a little geekier than some of the overview that I've been showing you, but my coaching clients have asked for this, so I thought I would share it for you. If you are one of my coaching clients and you are in the Ballen Blueprint coaching, you have access to all my prompts. That's a great starting point. You're going to go in and use my prompts and edit them. If you don't, I'm going to show you how to create your own prompt today and how to save it to create images like these, featured blog images, and Pinterest pins that are all on brand for whatever your brand is, okay? So in this particular case, I like this example. I've done this now for several of my own websites, but this is a blog and Pinterest account that I've been away from for years. I just have not been on this blog doing anything with it, and now I have found a new purpose for it, so I'm back, okay? So this is what it looks like. It's Vegas. It has a Vegas vibe. It has Vegas neon. It has dice and lettering and colors. Now I have come up with this brand and I've pre-saved this so that every time I create a Pinterest image, or it could be for you, in your case, it could be a flyer, it could be business cards, it could be YouTube thumbnails, it could be anything you want, it will pull from this brand that I created, all right? And it's automated. So every time I write a blog, I click one button and it creates the image, it creates the Pinterest titles for me, and I do all this through a prompt. This is what I'm showing you how to do today, is how to come up with this for your brand, and then we're going to save it. All right, so let me give you an example of how this works. So today I was on this Ballen Vegas website, and I created a blog. Oops, I need to fix that title. I created this blog down here called 75 Fun Things to Do with Teens in Las Vegas. Now what I'm doing is I'm coming in here and I'm taking each of these areas and I'm creating a blog if I don't already have one. And then I'm coming up with the prompt for it, okay, for the images. So I would go to Vegas indoor skydiving and I would write that blog, let's just say. And if I don't already have it, let me just see up here. Indoor skydiving. I don't know if I've done anything with skydiving. We're about to find out. I don't think so. So that gives me a good blog to write. Okay. Well, let's just pretend that I do. And it's this blog post right here. Okay. Now I want to come up with a featured blog photo and a pin. What I do is I click my little Harpa Chrome extension and I'm going to pull up my pre-saved prompt, but I'm going to show you guys how to create this in a second. This is what has been requested of me. Please show us how you come up with that prompt and how you save it. So in this particular case, this is my Vegas website. So I have a prompt right here. So what it's going to do now is it scans the blog, it reads the page, then it gives me the title, the subtext, the description of the image. All right. So then I just paste this. I go over to my AI image editor and I'll put links below for all this for you. Paste it here and then we're going to click generate. These photos here are not mine. These are other designers. They're just sharing it publicly. But down at the bottom right-hand corner, what you're about to see is 4 images that are created from this prompt. Sometimes I can use all 4 of them and schedule out pins. Sometimes I can only use one of them. Let's take a look because it'll mess up text. Sometimes it messes up images. So let's see. 18 unforgettable. Can't use it. It's spelled wrong. How about the second one? 18 unforgettable day trips from Vegas. I can use it. It's got my prompt. See how it's got my neon look in there. 18 unforgettable day trips from Vegas. This one's even better. More on brand. I can use it. And this one is even the best in my opinion. 18 unforgettable day trips from Vegas. Totally on brand. So I can save this pin. Then if I wanted to create a 16:9 ratio, which would be your featured blog photo, it could be a YouTube thumbnail, you just change it to the 16:9 and you'll get this. Now, if you want to, in the prompt or in the GPT we're going to save, you can have it create your pin, then it could create your blog, then it could create your Pinterest title and your description. You can set this up to create as much or as little as you want in one prompt. So look how amazing. See how on brand these are? That's perfect for my featured blog photo. That's perfect for my featured blog photo. That one's not because it has a typo. And that one I just don't like as much. So I would probably go with this one or this one. This one has more of the color, so I'd probably go with that second one. Now let me show you how you come up with this branding and how you come up with your prompt, okay? Couple ways to come up with your branding. One, you can just start from scratch and see what ChatGPT comes up with. So Harpa, this is a Chrome extension that I'm using, and it's actually powered by whatever AI tool you're using. So if you click here, you can see that you can choose ChatGPT 4. You can use one of the free versions of ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT S, which is something they provide here. If you don't have a paid ChatGPT connection, then you can just pay for general use as you're using this tool. You can change it to Gemini. You can change it to Claude, okay? But whatever you're using, it's going to ask you to plug in your API key if you're using a separate paid tool. That's the geeky part of ChatGPT. Of Harpa. Now, in my case, I'm using ChatGPT 4 or ChatGPT 4.0, or now they even have Canvas. What that means is I'm paying the $20 a month for the version. So I set mine up with the default of whatever my ChatGPT version is. So that's your first step. Remember, Harpa has kind of a pay-as-you-go thing, that little GPS, I think it was called. So you can pay for a certain amount of using their AI plugin, and then you'll pay for more as you use it. I'm not going to guide you too much on those. I think you need to play around with your AI tool and decide what you want. But if you're just following me literally, I'm using ChatGPT 4.0 or whatever the latest version is, and I'm paying for it. And then I just connected my API key. It'll tell you how to do it if you click the button, okay? So what Harpa does is it reads the page. This is the reason I started using this. I wanted to be able to use ChatGPT with the page that I'm on, and Harpa allows me to make it page aware. That's the main reason I picked Harpa. Okay, there's probably other tools that do it too, but this is why. And I haven't even scratched the surface with what's available in Harpa, but for today's image, today's class, this is what I'm doing. All right, so how does it work? So coming up with branding, let's just start from scratch and pretend, we're going to come up with something else. So let's pretend you have a finance blog. I'm just going to make something up. You have a finance blog. Let's go find, let's do how to choose the best stocks for a beginner investor. I'm just going to pretend this is you. Okay. All right. So we got to NerdWallet. Of course we did. NerdWallet or Motley Fool. All right. So we go here. All right. Let's just pretend this is going to be your blog. And you can see, like, they've got the green elements, kind of a greenish yellow. This is their vibe or whatever. But let's pretend this is what you're going to do. All right. So you're going to describe this. So I'm going to say, create a Pinterest style image for my finance blog. Use colors that would be appropriate for things related to money and finance. Give it, I'm going to say kind of make it softer and sort of feminine. Remember, this is our first draft. We're just playing with it. Make it softer and sort of feminine, because Pinterest is a feminine, mostly a female audience. So that's why I'm going to go with it. Make it softer and sort of feminine. And then I'm going to say, include a Pinterest style text overlay and subtext. So for those of you that don't know, this would be the text and this would be the subtext. That's very common on Pinterest, a big bold title and a subtext underneath it. And then I'm going to say, use the blog. And then I'm going to do this. This little code here, see how I put in these little brackets? I can say, put in the page title. So include a Pinterest style text overlay and subtext. Use the blog, and I'm going to say title. And it'll put in that title as an overlay, okay? Or you could do something like use the blog, use the page. Now we'll just make it page aware, okay? So you can see it's popping up your options here, page content. Use the page to come up with the title and subtitle. So you can be literal, take it right off the page, or you can say, play with it. Give me ideas. Let's see what you come up with, kind of a thing, right? Okay, now this is first step, is we're just creating the pin. But I'm going to show you the rest of the prompt so you can get an idea of how this would look. So then I'm going to say, you know what, let's just leave it there because it's going to create a 916 image for us. But then I can say, also give me a Pinterest title and description. Okay, so this is pretty basic. This is starting point. We're not giving it too complex of color codes or anything else. Let's see what it comes up with before we save it, okay? So create a Pinterest style image for my finance blog. All right. So now, let's take what it gave us, this whole prompt, not the title and description, just the image prompt. We're going to go over to Ideogram, and we're going to paste it right here. You don't even need this 9x16, but that's okay. I'll just choose 9x16 here, and I'm going to click generate. Now watch the bottom 4 on the right. Remember, none of these are ours. Those are just public shared images. Down on the right, that doesn't mean these are copyright free images to use. It means other designers have created them and they're sharing, because they either don't know to put it in private or they're just sharing what they're doing. I keep mine in private. I don't want everybody. Oh, nice. Okay, so here's what it came up with. Look at how it took the colors of the green and the pink and it made it more feminine. Smart money moves for financial freedom. Budget, save, and invest like a pro. Okay, I see something we forgot. The footer that has our URL. Okay, so let's start there. That prompt we just created is back. We were working off of this page, right? Let me just make sure. What page were we working off of? I just need to get that HARPA prompt back up there. There it is. Okay, it's right here. All right, I'm going to save this so that we can come back and edit it. How do you do that? Once you create this prompt, create a Pinterest style image for my finance blog, use colors that would be appropriate for things related to money and finance, make it softer and sort of feminine, include a Pinterest style overlay and subtext, use the page to come up with the title and the subtitle. See this little bookmark? When you hover over that prompt, click that. Then up here, you're going to give this a title and save it. I'm going to just call it Ballen Finance. Actually, mine has FEM code at the front, so I'm going to save it as FEM Ballen Finance. I don't even remember what FEM stands for, but that's how I know to get to my images. FEM Ballen Finance. And then I'm going to click Save and Confirm. Okay, now it's saved. So now we can go in and edit and play with it. All right, so now to edit it, go up here and click the little pencil. Go down to your GPT, create a Pinterest style image for my finance blog. Use colors that would be appropriate for things related to money. All right, I need to give it a footer. So I'm going to say add a simple footer. And here I'm going to put in quotes. Ooh, let me see if it'll let me do the URL. You know what? I'm going to have to play with that later because I can't remember how to pull in the merge fields from here, only in the original prompt. But I will go back and figure out how we add that later. Anyway, here's what I'm going to do. So simple footer, and then in quotes, this is the way I set mine up. Put ballenfinance.com. Let's just pretend that's what my URL is. It's not, but let's pretend it is, okay? Then we're going to save it. So every time you edit, save and confirm, save and confirm. Then go back to wherever it is that you're testing this and run the prompt again. /FEM, Ballen Finance. Now it's going to run. This time it's going to put the footer on there. So my suggestion is each time you want to play with this, go edit it, save it, run the prompt, see how you like it before you add anything else. Because the more complex your prompt or your GPT gets, the more likely it is to mess up. Ooh, that's not good at all. Let me see why it did that. I'm going to go back over here. So add a touch to make it warm and inviting. Oh, it didn't give us the prompt. It actually just made the image. That's why. Oh, hold on. We need to change something. Okay, go back to your prompt. See where it says create a Pinterest style image? I messed up. Create a Pinterest style image prompt for my AI image generator. There we go. Because we just want the prompt. We don't actually want the image. I don't like how ChatGPT runs images as much as I do this other one. Okay, so then save. And then you're going to run it again. That's much better. FEM, Ballen Finance. All right, now let's see. It should just give us the prompt. There we go. See, what it was doing before is it was trying to run Dolly. Dolly is an image editor that is often used on things like ChatGPT. And Dolly can get by creating some good copyright-free images and whatnot, but it doesn't handle the text as well as like Ideogram. It doesn't make it as realistic off this basic prompt. So here we go. Now we got what we need. I don't know why. Oh, right here. All right, let's try it. This is the real process, you guys. I know this is a lot, but I want you to see the creative way to make your brand and prompt. You don't just want to take mine and say, I'm going to use that. You want to make this your own. Play with your colors, your styles, your text formats, you know, so that it becomes you and nobody else is you and has your brand. It's unique to you. Okay. So here it goes. The first timer's guide to buying stocks, simple steps to investing, ballenfinance.com. This is perfect. This is perfect. Now, if you wanted to, you could say, let's try it instead of design a soft, feminine Pinterest style image and see here how it changes pastel colors. Let's try it with a color code. Okay. So over here, give me color codes. They're called hex codes related to money. All right, this is another way to come up with ideas. So see how it's giving you these color palettes. All right, so let's look at this one. Maybe you want that to be your color palette. All right, so you could take this. Now, the way I do it is I usually have Harpa. I'm going to drop Harpa down here. Why there? Oh, I don't know why it's not running. Oh, hold on. My computer's getting stuck. Let's do it this way. So give me color codes related to money. And instead of all, I go over here to images. And look what it does. Old money green, gold color, dollar bill green. Look at all of these different color palettes you have that could work for a money related. Look at this one. Monopoly money color scheme. Oh my gosh, I love that concept for Pinterest. So see how you have all the little color codes written underneath it? Those are what you need. Let me see if Harpa will give it to me. Give me the Monopoly color palette hex codes from this page. Let me see if it'll pull it from here. I just want it to give it to me in a list instead of having to read the image and write them all down, which you can also do. Green dollar bill, gold, pink, blue. This looks right. Light purple. Oh, but that one has an orange. This one doesn't have. Ooh, that one's red. I don't like it. No, use the scheme on the page titled Monopoly Money Color Scheme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need those 6 colors. Okay, see how it's using browser to read the page? There it is. glossy gray, parrot pink, morning blue. That's perfect. Okay, now watch this. I'm going to take these and we're going to try to add that to our prompt. Okay, so we go back here, whatever page we're on. You can test it here if you wanted to before you change the prompt, or we can go right into our prompt. We go up to Harpa. We're going to go to start to open your prompt, FEM Ballen Finance. Click the pencil to edit. All right, create a Pinterest style image prompt for my AI image. Okay, now I'm going to say use these colors, hex codes. And I'm going to get rid of that word feminine, and I'm just going to say include a Pinterest style text overlay. All right, save, confirm. Now you can also copy your original in case you ever want to go back to it. You could say Ballen Finance 1, Ballen Finance 2, because you might go, oh no, I messed it up and I don't know what I changed. That would be optional to go back and change it. So now let's run it. All right, perfect. It's giving us the codes. And then see how it gives us the Pinterest title and description, but we don't need that yet. We only need this top part. Go back to Ideogram, paste it in. This is exactly how I come up with my branding. The other option you can do too is you can find a picture you like. You can give it to ChatGPT and ask it to describe it. I'll show you that in a second too, before we get off here. So let's take a look at what it gives us with these color codes on the bottom. Wow. Interesting. Don't know if I like it. But that's the idea, right? You can play around with this. Now you can also play around with that font. You can have the text overlay always show up in a circle. You can play with this however you want to customize it to be your own. The other option is you can come over here and you can find a picture. Let's just find a picture of money. Okay. So let's do something like a money tree, maybe. We're kind of looking at these money trees for inspiration, color codes and whatnot. That's one way to do it. That's really cool. This is cool. See how it kind of has this color of money, the green behind it, the blue sky. All right, so watch this. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this image. We are not stealing this image, but I'm gonna use this image as an inspiration, and I'll show you how. So I'm gonna go to ChatGPT, and over here, I think this is how I originally came up with my Vegas dice. Upload an image, put the image in there that you just saved. Now watch. Oh, I've hit the limit for my 4.0. Let me see if I can change this to 3.0 real quick. Upload. Describe this image. This image depicts a money tree with a tree whose leaves are made of dollar bills and his base around a pile of cones. Okay. Give me this as a brand description with style and colors. Imagine a brand that embodies natural prosperity and abundant growth. The money tree brand symbolizing thriving financial potential with an image as vivid of itself. Lush green leaves. Color palette features earthy greens, suggesting sustainable growth paired with rich gold accents. Ooh, that's good. Okay, I'm going to say, give this to me in a bullet point list as a brand description for creating images. Don't mention the tree specifically. Now it's giving it to us over here on this left-hand side because I'm using the beta canvas. Embodies natural prosperity and abundant growth, symbolizes thriving financial potential with vivid nature-inspired imagery. All right, so let me just give you an example of what that could look like. All right, pretend we want to use that. Let me see what it does. So we're going to go back over here, and we're going to go to edit our prompt, and we're going to go to Ballen Finance, and we're going to click edit. All right, and instead now here, instead of that, I'm just going to paste this description in the middle. And I'm going to say save. And remember, you could copy your original one so you don't mess it up. And now let's see what it gives me. This right here that I'm doing is the absolute best way to come up with something unique and original for you. It just takes it so much farther. Okay, title overlay, nurture wealth with prosperity. Okay, but that's not pulling from this, so there's a mistake in there somewhere. I don't have the page being pulled. So let me see something real quick. Block, balance, finance, edit. I lost my page title somewhere. Include a Pinterest style image. Include the page to come up with a title. Let me try use the... Let me give it the literal title. Page. Oh, title was what it said. Title. And add a simple footer. Use the title. Add subtext. And add a simple footer. And then we need to tell it to... use the topic of the page. I feel like we're missing that. Okay, let's try it now. Now, what's really cool about this too is then you can have it give you color codes, and then you can put those color codes in your website so that your website has the exact same colors as all your pins and all your other images once you come up with it. Ooh, this looks good. Central theme. Yes. I can tell already just by quick glance that this looks like more of what I was looking for. Yep. Okay, let's try it. I love the way you can upload another image and you can come up with a brand based on what that image is. Is that crazy? Like, it really can read the vibe and the energy and the flavor of a picture to turn it into a brand. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, here we go. Let's see what it came up with. Oh my gosh. I got the chills. This is so spot on what I want. All right, text is way off. That's going to happen on these. First timer's guide to buying stock, step by step. Oh, you guys, I'm in love with this. I'm in love with this. Okay, Guy, I hear you. The first timer's guide to buying stocks. This one's perfect and totally usable. My cat. All right, well, anyway, I think you got the idea. This was a masterclass right here at coming up with branding, I'll tell you what. So no matter what your niche is, this is the way to do it, and I hope this video helps you. If you like this style of teaching, jump on in to my blueprint coaching. There's a link below.